Have you ever wondered about those mesmerizing A-list celebrities from the 70s? The ones everyone wanted to date? Today, we're taking a journey through time to unveil the captivating transformations of these iconic figures. Think about it. Some of the biggest names in Hollywood have undergone transformations that make us do a double take. Today, we will take a close look at a list of 15 actresses who have worsened their appearance. Janice Dickinson. Now, if you remember Janice from the 70s and 80s, you might be in for a surprise because she's undergone quite the journey in the realm of cosmetic surgery. At 66, Janice is turning heads, not just for her modeling achievements, but also for her changing appearance after years of cosmetic procedures. From a breast enlargement 30 years ago to a facelift in 2004, Janice has been quite open about her journey under the knife. In fact, she even made a pit stop on the show Botched in 2015 to fix up a previous breast surgery. It's like she's been on a bit of a beauty roller coaster, and we're here to unpack it all. Janice herself has been pretty candid about her decision to embrace plastic surgery. She once told Entertainment Tonight, "I consider plastic surgery important because I'm in front of the camera. I still model, and quite frankly, I was noticing my skin looking like a turkey wobbler." But the transformation train doesn't stop there. In 2007, Janice reportedly hopped on the Tummy Tuck Express and threw in a mini neck lift for good measure. The self-confessed people's princess wasn't shy about making these choices in Beverly Hills. Meg Ryan. You remember Meg, right? That sweet, innocent look that made her the queen of rom-coms in the 80s and 90s? Well, buckle up because things have taken a bit of a turn in recent years. Meg, known for her bubbly personality both on and off the screen, graced us with her presence in various rom-coms and series during her prime. It was at a time that not only showcased her external beauty, but also her internal grace. Fast forward to recent years, and there's been a noticeable shift. The female heroine role seemed to elude Meg, and she decided to embrace what some might call the classic Real Housewife look. Now, this change hasn't gone unnoticed. The fans and general audience are buzzing with speculation about whether she's had some work done. One of the most talked about transformations is in the cheek department. It seems like Meg might have dabbled in cheek fillers or perhaps a fat transfer. The apples of her cheeks are looking full and large, sparking debates about the extent of the changes. When Meg smiles, there's something interesting going on. The filler seems to do a little dance, moving up and, in the process, making her eyes appear smaller. It's like a visual puzzle that fans and audiences have been trying to piece together. Some say it's the volume placement in her cheeks, giving off a somewhat different vibe. And let's talk Botox for a sec. Meg's forehead might have had a bit too much of the Botox magic, and over time, it seems like it's migrated down to her brows. The result? Her eyes looking a tad smaller than we remember. It's like a subtle game of facial chess that leaves us all wondering about the moves. Now, here's where it all gets interesting. Whispers about facelifts. Some say there might have been a few too many in the mix, altering Meg's face shape significantly from the pre-surgery era. It's like a contouring experiment that took an unexpected turn. Now, all these observations and speculations inevitably lead us to a collective sigh. Many seem to miss that adorable innocence Meg exuded back in the 80s and 90s. It's like looking at a scrapbook filled with memories of a time when things felt simpler and Meg's smile could light up the screen. Laura Flynn Boyle. Let's shift gears a bit and talk about another Hollywood icon, Laura Flynn Boyle. Now, you might remember her from movies and television, gracing us with that old-style Hollywood grace. Her iconic role in The Practice, 1997 to 2004, catapulted her into stardom, and she became a darling of both the big and small screens. Back in the day, Boyle rose to fame with critically acclaimed films and won over the hearts of the public. But you know as the story goes, fame and the ever-watchful eye of the public can lead to some interesting twists and turns. Recently, though, Laura Flynn Boyle has been making headlines, and not necessarily for her performances. It's all about those dramatic facial changes that have left fans scratching their heads. Rumors are swirling about multiple plastic surgeries, and the results seem to have altered her appearance in a way that's hard to ignore. Some say she's embraced what's dubbed the Real Housewife look, a transformation that's forever changed her recognizable features. It's like a metamorphosis that has left many fans doing a double take. So, the rumor mill has been buzzing with speculation about Laura's cosmetic choices. The list includes rhinoplasty, lip augmentation, dermal fillers, Botox, and the possibility of a facelift and brow lift. It's like a Hollywood beauty buffet with a little bit of everything. Here's the kicker. Some are suggesting that maybe, just maybe, Laura might have benefited from hitting the pause button on the procedures. It's like that age-old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? But alas, it seems Laura decided to venture further into the world of fillers, particularly in the cheeks and lips. The result? An overfilled face that, unfortunately, hasn't been receiving the most flattering reviews. Courtney Cox. Courtney Cox, a former model whose beauty and fire once graced magazine covers. Fans remember her for her transition to film fame in Scream, 1996, and her triumphant return to television with Cougar Town, 2009 to 2015. However, lately, the spotlight has shifted to discussions about Courtney's plastic surgery journey. Rumors swirl about fillers, Botox, and maybe even a mini facelift. It's like a beauty roller coaster that has left some fans doing a double take. Courtney's new look seems to have taken on a more socialite vibe, and some say it's a distraction from her naturally captivating blue eyes and grace. While her leading role in Cougar Town was a hit, some argue that it has become a bit of a facade in recent years. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, those fillers. They're not just on the guest list, they've taken center stage, especially on the lips and cheeks, and some say it might be a bit too much. It's a reminder that sometimes less is more when it comes to enhancing one's features. In a candid interview, Courtney confessed to chasing youthfulness through cosmetic procedures, but later regretted the results. To embrace her natural look, she made the decision to dissolve all her fillers. However, the marks of her plastic surgery journey still linger. Angelica Houston. Born to the legendary John Huston and Italian-American model Ricky Samoa, Angelica has graced the world with her sheer will, determination, and talent that can leave critics in awe. Her journey in Hollywood has been nothing short of remarkable. Angelica's natural grace and sophistication not only secured her a role, but also earned her an Academy Award for Prizzi's Honor in 1985. And who could forget her iconic portrayal of Morticia Addams in The Addams Family, 1991? She effortlessly cemented her status as a Hollywood legend. But hey, life happens, right? There have been some headlines swirling around, and it seems like her facial reconstruction has become the talk of the town. Back in 2011, she decided to shake things up a bit and sold her house. And since then, guess who's been making appearances on the red carpet with a whole new look? That's right, Angelica. Now, separating this surprising behavior from what some are calling the terrible plastic surgery has become quite the challenge. Donatella Versace. Now, we all know she's played a pivotal role in shaping the fashion industry, contributing iconic works and setting her sights on making Versace a household name synonymous with high-end sophistication. But hey, in the life of the public eye comes with its own set of challenges, and Donatella hasn't been shy about trying out different looks. It's like a journey through the world of cosmetic procedures, showcasing how even being rich and famous can have its pitfalls, especially when it comes to the realm of beauty enhancements. Donatella has experimented with multiple procedures, and let's be real, it's been a bit of a roller coaster. Some say her look has evolved to the point of being almost unrecognizable. Terrible lip surgery and a bit too much Botox has been part of the conversation. There was a phase where her skin became super shiny, a telltale sign of perhaps a tad too much Botox in the mix. And then, in an attempt to address that, she opted for a laser skin resurfacing treatment. But you know how it goes. Sometimes, things don't go exactly as planned. Now, it's no secret that Donatella has been in the spotlight for her evolving look. Some eagle-eye observers have pointed out the prominent lines between her mouth and nose, suggesting a bit too much filler in the cheeks. And oh boy, let's talk lips. They've been on quite the adventure. Some say she might have ventured a bit too far, and her lips no longer dance to the rhythm of proportionality with her face. It seems like Donatella may have embraced a series of lip filler injections without giving them enough time to settle in between, perhaps missing out on a more conservative approach. If you take a trip down the Google lane and check out pictures from 1993, you'll see a face that's quite different from her recent look. While aging is a natural process, some argue that her recent appearance strays quite far from her natural charm. And then there's this comparison that journalists make, treating plastic surgery like new shoes or handbags that she can buy anytime. It's an interesting take on the choices individuals make about their appearance, especially in the world of fame and fashion. Lisa Rinna. Over the years, eagle eyed fans have noticed a noticeable change in the eyes of Lisa's lips. And here's the inside scoop. Turns out, she got permanent silicone filler injected into those iconic lips when she was just 24. A bold move, right? Fast forward a decade, and things took a turn. The silicone decided to have a little adventure, seeping throughout Lisa's lip and creating some bumpy scar tissue. Yikes! Lisa herself admitted, I was crazy to even touch them in the first place. Hey, we've all got a moment we'd rather forget, right? In Lisa's own words, it started off great, but then things got a bit hard and bumpy, like peas. Not exactly the lip vibe she was going for. So, in 2010, she turned to the expertise of Beverly Hills plastic surgeon Garth Fisher, who worked his magic by reconstructing her upper lip, removing some of that pesky damaged tissue. The result? Lisa has been happy ever since. In a 2020 interview with DailyMall.com, the reality star dropped some truth bombs about those lips that have become a talking point in Hollywood. I always say jokingly that my lips have a career of their own, Lisa shared with a chuckle. Now we know those lips have been through quite the adventure, right? And guess what? The feedback on them hasn't always been sunshine and rainbows. There was a time when critics were out and the comments weren't all positive. But you know what Lisa says? They became accepted. In her own words to People, Lisa opened up about her journey, saying, It made me who I am. I am the perfect poster child for what not to do on a whim. It's a candid acknowledgement of the choices she made and the lessons learned along the way. With all that's happened on the lip, I can show them that you need to love yourself for who you are and embrace how you look, she added. It's a powerful message about self-love and embracing the uniqueness that makes each of us fabulous. Kim Novak. Recently, the legendary Kim Novak, the star of Vertigo, opened up about some regrets when it comes to cosmetic procedures. In a candid interview, the 88-year-old actress spilled the beans about a decision she wishes she could turn back, receiving fat injections in her face. In her own words, it was the stupidest thing she's ever done. Now, we've all had moments we wish we could undo, right? Kim's experience sheds light on the reality that, even in the world of glitz and glamour, not every cosmetic procedure ends up being a red carpet success. Back in 2014, after some facial injections, Kim appeared at the 86th Academy Awards, and it left an impression on her fans. Just not the kind she had hoped for. It's a reminder that the pursuit of beauty can sometimes take unexpected turns. Back in 2014, when Kim unveiled a freshly injected look at the 86th Academy Awards, it caused quite a stir, and even caught the attention of then U.S. President Donald Trump, who suggested she should sue her plastic surgeon. Now, that's a bold statement. In a recent interview, Kim opened up about the reasons behind her decision, explaining that she was dealing with some insecurities and thought a cosmetic procedure could work its magic. It's a sentiment many of us can relate to, the desire to feel confident and look our best. Kim shared some wisdom about the beauty trap, saying, It's exciting to dress up in gorgeous clothes, to feel sexy, and to look sexy. It's wonderful, but it's a trap. She highlighted the danger of becoming reliant on something as fleeting as beauty, setting oneself up for potential disappointment. As she put it, many people, once they no longer get the same attention for their beauty as they age, can feel like they're falling apart. It's a powerful reminder that beauty goes beyond skin deep, and finding fulfillment in other aspects of life is crucial. Joan Van Ark. Renowned for gracing our screens in iconic soap operas like Dallas and Knots Landing during the late 70s and early 90s, Joan has been catching the spotlight not just for her acting prowess, but also for some noticeable changes in her appearance attributed to plastic surgery. An insider who caught a glimpse of her in January 2020 described the observations as her face undergoing transformations, using the vivid term melting to depict the change. It's a description that resonates with a sense of melancholy among those who have witnessed this journey. Plastic surgeon Dr. Anthony Yone has also weighed in, suggesting that Joan Van Ark might have undergone multiple plastic surgeries. According to Dr. Yone, there are indications that she may have undergone at least one, possibly two facelifts, resulting in a tightened neckline and jawline. The smooth and wrinkle-free forehead could suggest the use of a brow lift and Botox injections. Dr. Yone's advice? To refrain from further investigative treatment and only consider occasional Botox injections. It's a reminder that moderation is key when it comes to these procedures. The decision to pursue plastic surgery might have been fueled by Joan Van Ark's long-standing insecurities and a desire to enhance her appearance before returning to the camera. It's believed that she was never fully satisfied with her natural look, and once she had the financial means, turned to plastic surgery in an attempt to make herself more attractive. Unfortunately, the results haven't been as beneficial as she might have hoped, and it's likely that she regrets her experiences with these procedures. Amanda Lepore. A true icon of self-expression, born a boy and raised in Cedar Grove, New Jersey, Amanda embarked on her feminization process at a young age, starting hormone therapy at just 15. Her metamorphosis resembles a dazzling silicone-paved road that has transported her from a childhood fascination with Marilyn Monroe and Jane Mansfield to becoming the toast of Manhattan nightlife. Amanda, now 49, has become a prominent figure in the modeling world and the queen of burlesque, singing and hosting events at some of the hottest clubs in New York City. Her story first graced the public eye in 1990 through an appearance on The Joan Rivers Show alongside New York City's vibrant club kids. In an interview, she shared some insights into her perspective on plastic surgery. Amanda, who has embraced her unique identity, mentioned, "I sometimes think about getting more stuff done to my body, but not really. Plastic surgery is for when you don't like things. Everything I've got already looks so good." In the late 80s, Amanda opted for microdot injections of silicone to enhance the prominence and shape of her lips. This procedure, performed several times from 1986 to 1988, aimed to create a more heart-shaped and prominent appearance. Amanda explained that silicone was injected near the bone for a permanent effect. However, she also cautioned about the potential risks, emphasizing that if silicone gets near the eye, it can lump up and lead to complications. For those curious about the investment, each treatment cost Amanda $200, and she had approximately 12 treatments totaling $2,400. Pamela Anderson. Over the years, Pamela has been open about her cosmetic procedures, including implants, implant removal, and implant replacement, creating the distinctive chest she has become known for. However, through the 1990s and 2000s, Pamela's appearance took on a more exaggerated and cartoonish quality, featuring inflated lips, multiple nose procedures, abundant makeup, and a signature peroxided hairstyle. This era marked a unique chapter in her public image. As time has passed and Pamela and her sons have grown, she's made adjustments to her beauty routine. Today, she has toned down the fillers, reduced the amount of makeup she wears, and embraced a more natural look, restoring her timeless beauty. Melanie Griffith. Throughout her illustrious career, Melanie Griffith has captivated audiences with her performances. However, as with many public figures, there has been noticeable speculation about potential plastic surgery procedures and the natural effects of aging. In her earlier years, Griffith showcased a youthful and fresh appearance, marked by her signature blonde hair and expressive features. As time passed, changes in her appearance have become more evident, prompting discussions about potential cosmetic interventions. Melanie has been open about her journey, sharing insights into the choices she made and the impact they have on her overall look. Reports suggest that she has undergone various plastic surgery procedures, including facelifts, Botox injections, and possibly lip fillers. These interventions are often associated with her desire to maintain a youthful appearance, especially in an industry where looks are often emphasized. Observers have noticed that Griffith's facial features appear smoother and tighter than they did in the past, which could be indicative of the effects of these cosmetic procedures. While Griffith hasn't always publicly admitted to specific procedures, in a 2017 interview with the London Times, she did acknowledge having had plastic surgery over 20 years ago. Additionally, she mentioned undergoing injections. During the interview, Griffith shared that she sought treatment to reverse some of the work done by a different doctor, aiming for a more natural look. Despite her efforts, some individuals still believe her appearance has changed significantly since her earlier years, whether due to surgery or other factors like photo editing. Daryl Hannah. Remember her from the 1984 classic Splash with Tom Hanks? She was an absolute vision, admired for her beauty and those striking blue eyes that just lit up the screen effortlessly. But folks, as time went on, it seems Daryl had a few too many encounters with the plastic surgeon's knife, and let's just say, things didn't quite go as planned. The once classic beauty has faced a series of plastic surgery procedures gone wrong, leaving her with a look that some can only describe as weird. Now, when it comes to the exact number of plastic surgeries she's had, or the specific focus areas, it's a bit like navigating a maze. There isn't a definitive count, making it tricky to pinpoint the exact details. However, just by taking a look at the snapshots, it's clear that Daryl has ventured into a variety of procedures, including a whole bunch of Botox injections, probably on a regular basis, some eyelid magic, cheek implantations, and chin reconstruction. Cosmetic filler injections have likely made their mark too. And let's not forget multiple nose jobs and a handful of other procedures that have distinctly sharpened her once incredibly beautiful features. Hong Myoku. Get ready for a jaw-dropping story that will leave you in absolute awe. Meet Hong, a former Korean model who embarked on a plastic surgery journey at the age of 28, and well, let's just say things took quite an unexpected turn. Hong's first procedure hooked her, leading her to Japan for more transformations. When her doctors declined further work, she took matters into her own hands, quite literally. Hong resorted to using black market silicone for that sought-after smooth and soft skin. But hold on to your seats, because when that ran out, she replaced it with cooking oil. Can you believe it? Despite undergoing 10 operations, Hong's once lovely and youthful face has been permanently scarred and disfigured. Now in her 50s, she often reflects on who she used to be and wishes she could turn back time. Priscilla Presley. Now, we all know Priscilla as the stunning ex-wife of the king himself, Elvis Presley. But hey, even legends sometimes face unexpected challenges, and Priscilla is no exception. So picture this. Priscilla, a true beauty icon, decides to dabble in the world of cosmetic procedures. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned, and she ended up with some not-so-fabulous side effects. I know, shocking, right? Word on the street is that Priscilla opened up about her cosmetic mishap, and it turns out she unknowingly had industrial low-grade silicone injected into her face. Wait, what? Yeah, you heard it right. The kind of silicone mechanics use to grease car parts. I mean, talk about an unexpected detour on the road to beauty. To make matters worse, the person wielding the syringe wasn't even licensed to practice medicine in the U.S. I mean, come on! Serrano, all the way from Argentina, decided to set up shop in Hollywood, where he became the go-to guy for the stars. We're talking Lionel Richie, his ex Diane, and Sean King, wife of the late Larry King. Sounds like a Hollywood party, right? Well, it was, literally. Serrano took his skills to a whole new level by performing surgeries at lavish cocktail parties in Hollywood. Now, I've heard of house parties, but this takes it to a whole new level. And get this, he charged between $300 to $500 for his services. But here's where the plot thickens. Serrano wasn't exactly the licensed surgeon Hollywood was used to. Nope, he was just a nurse, licensed to do nurse things, not to play plastic surgeon to the stars. And what was he using for these procedures, you ask? Industrial-grade silicone. Yes, you heard me right. The kind you find in car engines, not on a Hollywood face. Priscilla Presley, always the adventurous one, was among his clientele. Serrano claimed his injections were better than Botox. Well, spoiler alert, they weren't. Priscilla and others faced the consequence of Serrano's sketchy procedures, with Priscilla describing the constant battle and bags under her eyes. And let's not forget Sean King, who revealed that Serrano's injections made it difficult for her to drink and speak. That's definitely not the Hollywood treatment anyone signed up for. To add insult to injury, Priscilla faced trolling after her botched operation when she appeared on TV. Drop your comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more juicy Hollywood tales. Until next time, stay fabulous, my friends.